Well, right here in the Northland is an innovative experiment focusing on the impact of rising temperatures on our planet. The project is called Spruce, and scientists say just years into their research, they are seeing concerning findings. Brandon Weatherz visited the site and now brings us his special report, Rising Concerns.
Hidden in a forest north of Grand Rapids is a multi-million-dollar research project that has global implications.
We're simulating climate change with the experiments we have here.
The study, funded by the U.S. Department of Energy, is exploring the impacts of rising temperatures on wetlands. The Marcell Experimental Forest is the perfect location for the project because of the role these lands play in maintaining the balance of greenhouse gases.
These peatland ecosystems globally occupy only 3% of the terrestrial area of the planet, but they have 30% of the soil carbon.
The experimental forest is home to 10 open greenhouses that control carbon dioxide levels and the temperatures of both the ground and air. Each greenhouse represents a warmer climate. The most extreme chamber is 16 degrees warmer than the actual temperature. Local scientists aren't focused on the controversy that surrounds climate change. Instead, they want to know the impact rising temperatures may have on trees, plants, and other vegetation.
We wanted to push the ecosystems at some higher temperatures just to see what would happen maybe in future years past 2100, or if things happen more quickly than we anticipate.
The project began in 2015. Over the next decade, the Department of Energy will take what they learn about how these ecosystems respond to warming temperatures and apply that information to climate forecasting models. Just a few years in, the results are more dramatic than expected.
I think we're seeing things that we didn't anticipate for years to come yet.
Forest Service scientist Dr. Kolka showed me two chambers, one representing the current conditions, and the warmest chamber, which is 9 degrees Celsius or 16 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than outside.
So it's not November in here?
No, it's probably more like September in here, and hence why some of the vegetation is responding like it's still early fall yet.
The warmer environment isn't just confusing the trees. Kolka says it's killing them.
I would say they're slowly dying. You add 16 degrees to that 30-degree day in March, they think it's spring already and they're starting to put out needles and roots and things like that. But then we can also get another cold snap, and then they would have to, and they get frostbitten and they have to drop their needles and then start over again when it gets warmer.
All it took was 3 or 4 years in this controlled environment, in the warmest case for this black spruce, to be completely dead. And that is because of all of the different false springs that have happened just in that short period of time.
While it happened sooner than anticipated, Kolka expected the trees to suffer. But what's taking him by surprise is how other plants are thriving.
The shrubs are reacting very positively.
So the shrubs don't get as damaged by the false spring?
Doesn't appear to be, and we don't necessarily know the reason for that quite.
As the shrubs take over the chamber, mosses are getting edged out of the picture. This is a problem since mosses absorb carbon dioxide.
It's the smallest plant that leads to the most carbon. It's the most productive plant in here.
The intake and outtake of greenhouse gases is being thrown off balance.
The carbon accumulation mechanism of the moss is taken off the table. The plant community ability to cleanse the atmosphere of carbon dioxide is taken away. We get more CO2 and methane coming out. That exacerbates climate change, and that affects the plant communities even more.
As shrubs replace native trees in this most extreme scenario, it represents an entirely different Minnesotan forest than we know today. Dr. Kolka and I then went to see how things are shaping up in the chamber set to only 2 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the outside temperature.
So based on observed temperature changes over the past 100 years, this is more of what we are expecting the environment to be like in 2100.
That's correct, yeah.
So far, this chamber represents subtle changes. But as the experiment continues, Kolka expects to see similar results from both chambers. He says the warming temperatures will change the forests as we know them, and that could affect the entire planet.
I think the average person should really be aware of what's going on here as far as the implications that it's going to have for predicting our future climate.
In Marcell, I'm Brandon Weatherz for WDIO News.
Fascinating, isn't it? To learn more about this project here in the Northland, head to WDIO.com.